good? What's good, baby? Welcome to Nbs Central's Nbs Show Episode 126. I see what my dog just did there. You caught that. He came on and then he dipped.
Yeah.
It's all good. Kia should be with us soon. But of course, we got a nice feeling right now. Somebody that's making headway in the MBS league. I mean, I was wrong. I give you your flowers. You got to continue that trend, though. You got a big matchup. We'll talk about it later on. But my homie from VA in the building. What's up, Q?
What up, man? What up, man? I'm well, you know what I'm saying? I'm back, filling in on the day show, man. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today, man. We're gonna talk about Matthew Stafford, hopefully, man.
Oh, here we go. Well, for everybody out there, fantasy football's around the playoffs are around the corner. Q's out. This is his first year in our league, and he came in wrecking shop. I think you're the 2 seed, right?
Yeah, I'm 2 seed, man. Some people, I ain't gonna say no names, was saying you know what I'm saying? They said, oh, I did it wrong. Say I was gonna be last place, you know what I'm saying? But
that's a bet.
Hey,
I'm not right about everything, but we're gonna definitely get into that in a few. But let's kick it off with the NFL, man. Oh, you know what? We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I know Kill's probably gonna be like, man, that's crazy that you switched it up. We're gonna go with the breaking news. Steph Curry just broke the record, man.
Right.
Most threes in a career. What's your thoughts first and foremost on that?
Man, I think it's tremendous, man. He did that, man. He did that. People happy for him. Ray Allen was there. He congratulated him. It happened in the Garden, Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it's big. I don't know who he shot it over, but I wouldn't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, you're on a poster. You know what I'm saying? You're a headline. You're a headline, but for the wrong reason. Like you gonna be telling your kids like, hey, Steph Curry hit the record 3-pointer on me, right? You know what I'm saying? That gonna be his claim of fame. But I mean, it's good, man. It's good that Steph did that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think nobody gonna mess with that record. You know what I'm saying? Because he 33. He 33 years old, man. He 33, so he's gonna shoot a lot more threes.
That's a fact. I'm not surprised that he broke it. If you've been following the basketball for as long as I have, once he came into the league, a lot of people, he struggled with his ankles. He dealt with a little bit of injuries. But once Steph got it going, man, you knew that this kid was special. And like you said, him breaking it at 33 years old is mind-boggling. This dude definitely has at least 7 years left in him. I know he can play till he's 40. He doesn't look out of shape. He looks in the best shape of his life. Now, he can go maybe another 10 years. If he plays another 10 years, this record, I mean, it's going to be super.
Right.
This may be the hardest record to break in sports. I know they have a lot of records out there that's hard to beat, but this one, dude is 33 years old. The season basically just started, and he's broken the record already as far as for a career. I think this record may not go down. I'm with you on that. But let's just play what if. Is there a current player in your mind that has, I mean, obviously you don't think it's going to happen, but if there was somebody that was going to break it, who would you say would have a chance at breaking the record?
It have to be somebody young. It'll have to be somebody young. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know nobody shooting threes at a clip like Stephen Curry, man. Like, no, not no young boy. You got to start off young. But I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right. Since he's shooting threes, like, do you think he can pass? Like, all right, so LeBron obviously going to pass Kareem in the all-time points. You think he can pass LeBron in all-time points just because he's shooting more threes, and threes are more than twos? So that shit might add up. Like you said, if he played 10 more years,
Okay, let
He
me see.
might can
Okay,
have the scoring title too. That's wow.
I'm looking at his numbers as far as how many points right now.
Yeah.
He's at a little less than 20,000 points right now. Um, man, that's gonna be tough, bro. Kobe Bryant's at 33,000.
Yeah.
Um, but 10 more years, but he won't be the go-to option in those things. But the thing about a spot-up shooter and the way he shoots, he's always gonna be able to play. Because if you can shoot, you can play in the NBA. You spread the defense, you stretch it, I should say. So, ooh, that's gonna be tough. That's a great question. I don't know about that. I don't think he'll get that record, but the 3-point record, as far as young guys, I'm trying to go down the list. Man, it's gonna be tough to beat this record, bro. I'm looking at it. 3-pointers made. Man, let's see. Let me. Man, I don't know, bro. This is gonna be crazy. Um, I'm like you. I don't think it's gonna be beat. Maybe. Oh man, I don't know. I don't think nobody can break this record. But if I had to go out on a limb, if you're making me say somebody, I would trade you. Trey Young, maybe. And Trey Young is. I don't think he's gonna beat it at all. I don't even think he's gonna
Yeah.
come close to it. But
He
I'm
not
just
he not
trying
as
to throw
good
a name
of
out
a
there.
3-point shooter as him.
Exactly. I agree. I'm just trying to name somebody for the people.
If it's somebody is him, somebody like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he could definitely let it go. But congrats to Steph Curry, man.
Congrats.
Huge accomplishment. I know he got bigger fish to fry. I know he's trying to win an NBA championship because a lot of people thought the Warriors were done. But obviously not right now. I think they have the second best record in the NBA behind the Suns, or it might be the same as right now. But nonetheless, man, the Warriors are cooking. Klay Thompson should be coming back soon. James Wiseman as well. So keep a lookout for the Warriors. And once again, congratulations to Steph Curry, man. But let's move to what we came here for. Football, man. Okay. Week is in the books. What we doing, man? Top five, power five rankings according to Q. What we got?
All right, man. I'm gonna start with my number 5, man. Number 5 team. I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with the New England Patriots, man.
Wow, okay.
New England Patriots. Them boys, they've been showing out. You know what I'm saying? They play their style of football. They ran it. You know what I'm saying? Almost 40 something times and threw it like 3 times and won the game. That's unheard of. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
For your quarterback to throw it 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even like it was long passes that he was throwing. You know what I'm saying? The 2 passes he completed wasn't that, you know what I'm saying, spectacular. But yeah, I give number 5 the Patriots. Then I gotta go with the Cardinals, man. The Cardinals, they started out looked like they was, you know what I'm saying, they was unstoppable. I mean, they beat us twice. I don't like that. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got them number 4. They just dropped one to the Rams, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're my number 4 spot. I'm gonna go with for 3. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, man. People was down on the Chiefs, man. They was struggling,
Facts.
but I mean now they're 9-4 out of nowhere. You're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? They got it together somehow. So like, I mean Patrick Mahomes, he's still not that guy like he was, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean I think the they're playing coverages on him now that he's not gonna get the big play like he used to. You know what I'm saying? He used to could get the big play, but people playing, you know what I'm saying, they 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 backing back their safeties, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same anymore. So they're figuring out other ways to win the games, you know what I'm saying? So I got them at 3.
Oh God, look at this nonsense.
Uh And number 2, I got the I got the Bucks, man. Buccaneers, my number 2, you know what I'm saying? They got Tom Brady. He's still playing good, you know what I'm saying? They just beat the Bills, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tom Brady. Tampa Bay, number 2. Number 1, it's that man, Aaron Rodgers, man.
Thanks.
Mister, you know what I'm saying? Um, no vaccination, you know what I'm saying? Like but you know what I'm saying, he came back balling throughout all the controversy he had in the offseason, and he's still balling, you know what I'm saying? He's still Aaron Rodgers. He got Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying? You got Devontae Adams on your team. I forgot how you got him, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
here we
crazy.
go. Look, oh, they gonna
But
cry on that. They gonna cry on the airwaves.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
he got
man.
Corey Davis, who's not even playing.
What that mean? That's my fault because he not playing.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I got Corey Davis from Q.
I thought you traded him for Devontae Adams. That's wild.
No, it wasn't just him. Don't do that. Don't be that. Don't do that. We ain't doing that. Oh, look at y'all. Man, y'all trying to get off topic, man. So you got the Packers at 1. That's what you
Yeah,
telling me?
Packers at 1. That's my top 5 power
Hey,
ranking.
we'll get to fantasy football at the end of the show. Keo, what's your top 5 as far as the power rankings, boss?
My my Power 5 rankings coming in at number 5. I got the LA Rams at number
Okay.
5, beating arguably the best team in the
You heard him, the Rams. What up?
Ye- uh they beat the Cardinals. Coming at number 4, I got the Arizona Cardinals at 4. I'm not, I think this is the time where this team, starts getting on a losing streak, and I just had the feeling the Rams was gonna have their number in this game, so I got them at 4. Coming at number 3, um, oh, shout out to Golden Blue Dude GBD, man.
Facts.
The big one of the biggest college football fans that we know. So shout out to GBD. He's been busy out there. Um Coming at number 3, I got no 5, I got the Rams. 4, I got the Cardinals. 3, I got the Buccaneers at number 3. Um, they're still continuing finding a way to win. Obviously, Super Bowl champions Tom Brady, MVP candidate. Number 2, I'm bumping them all the way up. I got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow. Okay.
I think right now they are the team to beat right now. The Kansas City Chiefs. It's gonna be tough to beat this team, man. I think this team is clicking on all cylinders right now. I think Patrick Mahomes is trying to getting his little groove back. Hopefully Tyreek Hill, can also, you know, I mean, I do have him on my fantasy team. So I'll definitely be rooting for me some Tyreek Hill. And coming at number 1, still at number 1, I think for the third straight week for me, I got the Green Bay Packers, man, at number 1.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go kind of a mixture of both of y'all lists. I'm going with the Cardinals at 5. Um, what I saw from them yesterday is more of the team I thought I was gonna see this going into the season. Very talented, but Kyler Murray should have spiked the ball at the end of that game and then took one shot into the end zone. You know, a little immature right now. It's still a young, very young team. Shout out to Kyler Murray. Think he's an incredible player, but that's what I have them. I have to have them at 5. And number 4, I got the team that beat them. The team that I think is the best team in the NFC West. You know, might not like it, but that's what I got. I got the Rams. The Rams just beat them head to head. Odell Beckham is starting to look like Odell Beckham again when everybody wrote him off. Everybody wrote him off, especially that guy over there that's smirking over there. He was like, Odell Beckham, are you kidding
What are you
me?
talking about? You're the one that traded him away.
Hey, I did. I did. I didn't need him. I didn't need him. I got Van Jefferson. Shout out to him too. And
Yeah.
you know who's making them all look good? An MVP candidate by the name of Matthew Stafford. But we're going to get to that in a second. We're
Yeah.
going to get to that in a second. But I got
Man.
the Rams coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, man, that's the Chiefs that everybody thought they were going to see going into the season. When I mean they beat down the Raiders this past week, they destroyed the Raiders. A very impressive win. The Raiders needed that win, and they couldn't pull it out. It was embarrassing. Coming in number 2 is the team that beat them in the Super Bowl last year. Come on, man. Tampa Bay. Like Keo says, Tampa Bay, man. Tom Brady is on another level. This team, Chris Godwin is ridiculous. Mike Evans is ridiculous. The way Leonard Fournette's running the football, Gronk is catching the ball. It's just so many matchup nightmares out there. And Antonio Brown's not even playing. He may not play the rest of the year. It's just like one man down doesn't stop the show. As long as Tom Brady's there, this team is going to be tough to win, tough to beat. And coming in number 1, I'm agreeing with you guys. That's a bad man in Green Bay. And shout out to him because you can just keep throwing the ball to Tay. Throw it to Tay. We need to get the fantasy points up. Yeah, I traded for Devontae Adams, and I'm loving every second of it. So shout out to Aaron Rodgers, man. But I got the Packers at 1. All right, guys. Speaking of MVP candidates, this has been a wild controversial topic right now in sports because there's people out there that's saying other names should be included in the MVP talks. So I want y'all to give the world y'all top 5 MVP candidates right now.
All right. I know y'all got Matthew Stafford in y'all's, but hey, he
I never
nowhere
said
near
that.
my top MVP. Cause the man that's making him look good, that's in my MVP running. Cooper Cup. He the reason Matthew's looking so good. Like Cooper Cup is like it's crazy. I wish I had him in fantasy. But yeah, Cooper Cup is making him look like he like I don't know like he deserved the praise y'all give him, and I don't think that. I don't think he deserved any of that praise. Like you seen, he's an accident ready waiting to happen. 3 games with a pick six. You know what I'm saying? Like I never heard of an MVP candidate doing that. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of like a QB MVP doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Cooper Cup. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has been balling out. He's been balling. He started off the season kind of rocky, but he's been balling out. And 3, I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. I like what Herbert is doing out there in with the Chargers. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him for number 3. Number 2,
Wow. Okay, go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go with Tom Terrific, man. He number 2, man. He number 2. You know what I'm saying? He been balling out, you know what I'm saying? Just another day in the office for Tom, you know what I'm saying? But my MVP, man, it gotta go to that bad man you was talking about, A-Rod. He's balling out, man. He's balling out. And it's just another year, man. Another day in the office. He has less interceptions than Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? He just, he more careful with the ball. So I gotta go with him. I gotta go with Aaron Rodgers, number 1.
Okay. Keo, who you got? Tell me your top 5.
Coming at number 5 for me, I'm going with Matthew Stafford. Close to 4,000 yards passing, over 30 touchdowns. He got one of the top QBR ratings. And he has a win over one of the best teams in the AFC. I mean, in the NFC. I got him at number 5. Um, I think he's having one of the best seasons from what I've seen so far. Um, and I think the guy that I have at number four shock people, but I think I think um though if he could finish off the season the way I think he can, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, man. Um, I think when it comes to MVP, is how you finish off the season. And you look at Mahomes' past couple of games, he's looking really good, man. And I got him in that MVP ladder right now, man. So I got him at four. Coming in at number three right now. Um, Coming at number three, Jonathan Taylor. I think he's arguably hands down the best running back in the NFL right now. Um, I think Derrick Henry may have something to say about that if he was healthy. I think he's been the most consistent and he's been on a tear, man. But the 2-1 is a two-man race for me. Um, I had Brady at one, but I'm dropping him down to number two right now, despite Brady leading the NFL right now in passing yards, in touchdowns. Um, I just thought that Aaron Rodgers' performance was way more impressive. Um, Against, I mean, even though it was against the Bears, but they were trailing at one point of the game, and Aaron Rodgers found the way, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna go to my bread and butter, and that's Devontae Adams." And they just had no answer for Adams, so I'm going with Rodgers one, Brady two, Taylor three, Patrick Mahomes four, and I got Matthew Stafford at number five.
Okay, so Kiel, you're about to get excited about the first one, my brother. All right, I'm different than y'all because I value defense. And I'm going to say this, it might not be popular. Coming in at number five, how about them Cowboys? I got Michael Parsons in there. Michael Parsons at number five. I think that this dude has really changed the mentality of the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy came out and guaranteed a win against Washington. And Washington was a hot team. They guaranteed a win. You know what? Dak didn't play great. You know what? The running game wasn't great. But you know who was great? That defense. Michael Parsons led defense. Dude has 12 sacks. And he does both. He plays the coverage, he plays the run. This dude's a monster. He even said that the NFL to him is easy. That's crazy. Dude's a rookie. Come on, Michael Parsons. At least make it challenging. So I'm going with him. I think that the mentality in Dallas has shifted, and it's because of this guy. So I'm going with Michael Parsons. If he would rush the quarterback every single down, I would have no doubt he'd be leading the league in sacks right now. He doesn't do that and still has 12 sacks. So I'm going Michael Parsons. Coming in number four, I know it's going to be unpopular. I get it. I'm going Jonathan Taylor. I understand what everybody's saying about Jonathan Taylor. He's been a beast. He has 18 touchdowns, 16 on the ground, 2 in the air. I understand that. Almost 1,500 rushing yards, a little one, 13 something. But there's been over 10 running backs that has gotten 2,000 rushing yards. Does he have a chance of that? Possibly. He has a really tough matchup this week, but 2,000 is a lot to ask. But he's almost there. He's working. But my number three guy is what Q said. Cooper Kupp. There's never been a 2,000-yard receiver in NFL history. You know who owns that record? A guy that played with Matthew Stafford by the name of Calvin Johnson, and it's like 19 something. Cooper Kupp is almost at 1,500 yards. He's still got 4 games. If this dude gets to 2,000 yards, it's going to be one for the ages. He has more receiving yards than Jonathan Taylor has rushing yards. That's a big one for me because Jonathan Taylor touches the ball more than Cooper Kupp. But yet Cooper Kupp has more yards. I know you can say, well, he's catching it down the field. I get all that, but I'm going Cooper Kupp. I just like what I'm seeing from the Rams. At number 1 and 2, I agree with you guys. It's Rodgers and Brady. I mean, they're going back and forth. I'm gonna be opposite of you guys. I'm gonna put Brady at 1, despite what I saw from Aaron Rodgers this past week. Brady has more touchdowns, more yards, and he has the best QBR in the NFL right now. Brady's looking like a man on a mission right now. I'm going Brady at 1, but I'm not mad if you have Aaron Rodgers at 1, because Aaron Rodgers has looked wonderful. And I hope he continues for the next 3 weeks and continue throwing that ball to D.A. Devontae Adams, because we need them fantasy points, baby. We need them
Coop-
fantasy points, baby.
Cooper Cup has no business being in anybody's top five.
Oh, here
I
we
think um I think he's I think he's successful in the system that he's in. He has not even played as the best receiver in the NFL. I'll take me some Devontae Adams over him. I'll take me some Justin Jefferson over him.
Hey, shout out to
That's
Justin
just me.
Jefferson.
Yeah, that's LSU, man. I was telling you about him when he came out.
Facts. Hey, you was higher on him than I was, but Justin Jefferson's balling. But you talking about a dude that's literally right there at 1,500 yards in 13 games. I mean, literally 4 more games to go. 4 more games to go. If this dude gets to 2,000 receiving yards, there's no doubt he'll be in the conversation. I don't think he'll pass Brady, because you're looking at Brady's numbers. Brady's over 4,000 yards already. He's almost at 40 touchdowns. It's going to be hard to knock off Tom Brady. I just don't think, especially the age Brady's at, that's going to be tough. But you talking about do this will be the first time in NFL history, dude. You know how they feel
Uh,
about stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah, like I said, I think it's a two-man race. It's Brady and Rodgers. I just don't think a running back will win MVP. It's really rare if you go by history. And
Mm-hmm.
with wide receivers, you mentioned Calvin Johnson. So I just don't think that it will happen. I just think it'll be between those two. But hey, we're talking about the top five.
And you know what's ironic, Q? You know who was throwing Calvin Johnson that ball when he got 1,900 yards? Matthew Stafford. Oh, I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. This dude been doing this. He's been doing it.
What he?
Hey, we not here to argue about wins and losses, baby. We talking about stats right now.
Yeah, you got it, man. Jeez.
Okay. But Kia, you want to take over from here, or you want me to keep going?
No, no, go ahead.
All right. So do y'all want to get into the picks for NFL this week?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to the picks this week. On Thursday night, we have a good matchup. I mean, we're talking about just one of the hottest teams in the NFL coming up. I know the Kansas City Chiefs is playing. Let me pull it up. Bear with me. Bear with me. We have Chiefs versus Chargers on Thursday night. Who we going with?
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs, man. It's gonna be a good game though. It's not gonna be a blowout like the Chiefs blew out the Raiders. It's gonna be a good game. So Chiefs 30, Chargers 24.
My
Okay.
fantasy playoffs start on Thursday. But I'm going with the Chiefs. I think the game will be a shootout. I think Chris Jones, I think he got um inserted to the COVID protocol, so he may not be playing, so it could hurt the Chiefs, one of their best pass rushers. Hopefully Tyreek, man, he could get it back to Tyreek Hill ways. Last two games we haven't seen that Tyreek Hill. Obviously, they got Kittle. They got a whole bunch of receivers like guys like McCole Hardman. You can't forget about Kelsey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He has been balling the last two games since he came back from injury. But I'm going with the Chiefs. I think the game will be a shootout, though. I'm going to say like 34-28.
Okay, I'm with you guys. I'm going with the Chiefs. I think that I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. I think that they're starting to finally catch their way, find their way. The Chargers are dangerous. I will say that they actually play the Chiefs very well. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, even though it's in LA. All right, on Saturday we have a game. No more college football. As far as outside of bowl games, but this is a good one. A lot of playoff implications on this game. We got the New England Patriots taking on an MVP candidate, Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. Where we going with this?
Yeah, I gotta go with New England, man. Belichick, man. Belichick know what he doing,
Uh-huh.
man.
Talk to him.
Yeah, Belichick, he'll have a game plan, to slow down Jonathan Taylor. I know X want that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah, I know X want that to happen, but yeah, I just think the New England Patriots they're gonna pull this one out.
Keo,
I'm going with the Patriots to win this game. Um, Patriots over Colts. They're gonna rely on that running game. Patriots defense. I think they're very underrated. People don't about them like most defenses out there. So I'm definitely going with the Patriots. And I think they'll find a way to beat them. So I'm going with the Pats.
okay, if you come from my era, you know this was Brady versus Manning. They're not here no more, but guess what? Still, this is two good teams. Both coming off of a bye. I'm like, I want to say, I'm with Q. I want Q to be right. I want Brady them to shut down Jonathan Taylor. I'm talking about 50 yards, maybe, no touchdowns, completely stuffed the run. Um, but I'm going with the Colts, man. They at home. I think that the coach find a way. Frank Wright, if you've done your research on him, he finds ways to score against the New England Patriots. We can go back to the Super Bowl with the Eagles and Nick Foles. You know who their offensive coordinator was? Frank Wright. He figures it out for whatever reason. I think the coach is going to beat him. I'm
Well,
not sold on Mac Jones yet. Mac
well,
Jones got to
good
keep
luck.
showing
Good,
me. He threw
good.
the ball 3 times. 3 times. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that.
Well, good luck, Frank Reich. You're dealing with Bill Belichick.
Hey, I feel you. Hey, I feel you. I just don't believe the Patriots are going to be the 1 seed, so they have to lose some of these games.
Well,
But
you
I
never
hope
believed in the
I hope it's
Patriots
a
this whole
3-0
season.
game. I hope it's 3-0.
Wow.
At no point
Yeah.
scored in this game.
I
Okay,
hope so too, man. I
look
want
at
you
you.
to advance.
Look at you. Oh, all right. We have more games with playoff implications on Sunday. I think this is a pretty good one. I got this. What I say? I got. We got the Steelers versus the Titans. Who we going with?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with the Steelers, man. The Titans have been pulling out wins, but I don't know. I think the Steelers they need this more than the Titans, and the Steelers are they have more healthy players than the Titans, so I just got the Steelers pulling this out.
Steelers, man. I'm going with the
Wow.
Steelers in this game, man. I think I don't know. I think the Titans are just way too inconsistent. I knew it was gonna happen when Henry came out with no AJ Brown. I don't know where the hell Julio Jones have been. So I'm going with the Steelers, man. You better hope the Steelers win because I'm expecting a game from Big Ben. Let's go,
Yeah, talk
man.
to him, Keo. We gonna get to that, Keo. Calm down. Hey, I actually put this game in the docket because I thought y'all would take the Titans because they had the better record. But I got the Steelers. Are you kidding me? It's in Pittsburgh, man. I feel like the Steelers are gonna figure the Titans out. The Titans, let's be honest. There's no Derrick Henry, man. They're not the same team. They're not the same team without Derrick Henry. With Derrick Henry, they control the clock. They basically beat you up and they wear you down. And right now, I just don't feel like they can wear the Steelers down. The Steelers haven't been great on defensively, but they have given up rushing yards. If Derrick Henry was there, I would definitely pick the Tennessee Titans. But I'm going with the Steelers as well. I'm actually shocked because I thought y'all was going to go with the Titans. All right. This is probably a game that's going to push somebody towards the playoffs and eliminate, not say eliminate, but put that other team on the outside looking in. Eagles versus Washington football team. Where we going?
Uh, I gotta go with the Washington football team, man.
Ooh, I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, man. I just think that they gotta win if they gonna stay in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta win this game. So I'm going with the Washington football team.
Look, Q was like, I don't care. I
Well,
don't either one of these teams.
well, despite me being a Cowboys fan, I can't stand both of these teams. But based off of what I see, I'm going with the Eagles to win this game. I'm just more sold on the quarterback play with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has had a solid season, way better than last year, man. So I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles get a lot of rest, gets, players healthy, guys like Miles
Oh
Sanders.
God, I see what you're doing.
um, Dallas go there. Hurt's favorite target, and he's been huge also. I just think that that loss against my Dallas Cowboys this past weekend, I think it will still hurt the Washington football team, and I'm going with the Eagles to win this game.
We finally have some difference of opinion here. One win Eagles, one win Washington football team. I'm going with Q, man. I got the Washington football team. I like Ron Rivera as a coach. I trust him. Riverboat Ron, I think that he, gets it done. But I will say this, it is a little scary. And speaking about scary, Terry McLaurin is nicked up. He may not play. We already know they without Logan Thomas. That's two big parts of that offense. Um, but as long as they got Antonio Gibson, who I'm rooting for personally, I got to go with Washington in this game. I think they continue, get back on the winning ways from before this past week.
Good
All
luck
right.
catching my Cowboys.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Another game. I'm kind of surprised, and I'll be surprised if y'all pick them, but both teams have the same record. Bengals versus Broncos. What we doing?
I'm going with the Bengals, man. Joe Mixon is gonna have a career day.
Wow.
You
A
know what I'm
career
saying?
day.
Like he been off the last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? He gotta. You know what I'm saying? He need to pick it up, man. It's championship rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Bengals winning, man.
I don't know where the hell you been, but Joe Mixon's been having a career year, man. Um, I think he's having one of the best years that he's had. Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. They just got weapons out there, man. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm not sold on the Denver Broncos, man. I'm just not, man. They may be winning games, but I am just not sold on them like that. I look at the Broncos like this. I look at them like the Atlanta Falcons, who have a solid record, who could probably get into playoffs, but I'm not completely sold on the Falcons either. I just think both of those teams are pretenders, and I just think that the Bengals are a better team than them. Bengals, they have had some disappointing losses. I think Bengals will bounce back in this game. Bengals.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals could have beat the Packers earlier this season. They could have won the game this past week versus Q's 49ers. I actually agree with you. I got the Bengals. I know a lot of people that do like the Broncos, but I like the Bengals in this one. I just think that they have too many weapons and they get it done. But speaking of the team that you said is also pretenders, let's pick that game. The Falcons travel to the Bay Area. Another playoff game. I know what you're doing. Look, fix your face, Q. I'm just saying. This is that old rivalry. The 49ers used to be in the same division with the
Oy.
Falcons. What we doing? This is this. Hey, Kyle Shanahan. What we doing? You going back to your former team? Well, they coming to you. Falcons, 49ers. Who you got?
Man, let's go, Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy
Oh, God.
G. He been balling for us, man. I can't even do that. Jimmy G ball last week. You know what I'm saying? George Kittle, he coming to play, man. Y'all disrespectful with the player of the week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not voting George Kittle, man. Like, what's up, man? Like, what he got to do? 13 catches, 151 yards, TD, man. But George Kittle gonna come to play. 49ers gonna come to play. It might be a blowout, low key. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay, I
It might
like
be
it.
30 something to 6 or some shit like
Yes. I got the 49ers defense. I hope you're right. I hope they get a lot of fixes.
that.
Go ahead, Keo.
I got the Niners also in this game. Like I said, I'm not sold on the Falcons. I think Kyle Shanahan, who knows, when Matt Ryan had his MVP year, it was Kyle Shanahan that was, a huge part of it. And he knows the dude's strengths and weaknesses. And I think he's going to expose that in this game. So I'm going with the Niners, man, with Debo Samuel. I know, the situation with the running back with no Elijah Mitchell. I think probably Jeff Wilson will get the start, but with Debo, Ayuk, George Kittle has been looking like an actual elite tight end who we thought he would be towards this time of the season, and the defense has been pretty solid, man. So I'm going with the Niners to win this game.
Hey, look, I got the Niners. Jimmy G, look, do me one favor, boss. Keep throwing to George Kittle this week. After this week, I don't care. Don't
Yeah,
throw to
throw it to
Debo at
George.
all.
Yeah,
Don't
throw it to
throw to
George.
Debo Samuel at all. Debo Samuel, take the week off, man. Take the week off. But most importantly, Nick Bosa and company, man, y'all come to play, dominate that game like you said. I need y'all. So I got the Niners in this one, though, for sure. All right, another big one. We might be without Lamar Jackson. Ravens versus Packers in Baltimore. What we doing?
Hey, even if they had Lamar Jackson, Packers smoking them boys because Lamar he been playing like he been cheeks this year. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been good, yo.
Wow.
Like he ain't been
Pause.
no good this year, man. So like, yeah, he ain't been good. So like, I got the Packers, man. Packers taking this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers also, man. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I hope Lamar Jackson doesn't play, man. So taking the
Wow, look
Packers,
at
man.
you, motherfuckers. Mike Glennon this week on Daniel Jones.
Wow. You really, Mike Lennon, really? That NC State scrub?
Wow, look at you.
Nah, that. All right. Yeah, I'm going with the Packers though, man. Packers, I think they're clicking on all cylinders right now. With Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, obviously. Defense, the offense been holding it down for that defense right now, and I just think that the Ravens will have a hard time moving that ball, man. And I think Mark Andrews will get exploited in this game, man. That's that main target, man. That's who they look for to go to, and you stop that number one weapon, um, you'll slow down that offense because Watkins hasn't stepped up. Hollywood Brown, we haven't seen him. So, I mean, Bateman, we've seen a couple signs, but I just don't see it at all. And I'm going with the Packers.
Okay, I got the Packers as well. A lot of games I think we're gonna agree on. Um, I'm gonna mention them, but we don't have to like have a long time. I think we all got the Bucks over the Saints. Am I correct? That's a Sunday night game. Come on, Keo, don't do that. We're not doing that. You got we got Bucks and Saints, man. Sunday night.
All right. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints
Oh
to
God.
win this game, man. When you look at last season, this season also, I think the Saints cause a matchup problem against them. With the Saints getting back, their best player offensively, Alvin Kamara, I think things will be a little bit different. And I think that defense will find a way to slow down that Bucks offense. I think a lot of people will be surprised in that game. I'm taking the Saints to win this game.
All right. Well, QB, and you got the Bucks, right?
Yeah, I got the Bucks, man.
We don't have to go long
Yeah.
on that. All right. The Monday night game. You got Vikings versus Bears. I think we all got the Vikings. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings.
Kill, big
Yeah,
kill.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the Vikings, man.
All right, we'll do one more just for interesting purposes. Browns versus Raiders. What we got?
I'm gonna go with the Browns just because, man. I just think the Browns are a better team than the Raiders, and the Raiders they really fell off since that whole John Gruden thing. They haven't been the same team, so yeah, I got the Browns winning.
Yeah, I got the Browns too, man. You know me. I
Oh, don't do
love
that.
I love me some Baker Mayfield. Man, that somebody get me his autograph.
Oh
I got
God.
the Browns winning this game, man.
Yeah, I got the Browns, but I just thought I would throw it out there because it is playoff implications on that game. A lot of games we're picking right now is because of playoff implications. So, I wanted us to get through all that. But this past weekend, somebody from a school that I'm not a fan of, Alabama, took home the Heisman Trophy with this past weekend, and we're talking about Bryce Young. Okay, I guess the question ain't because we all assumed he would win it. Archie Griffin was the last person to win it, as far as two times within his career. What's the chances Bryce Young, a sophomore, actually does it and takes it home again next season?
Yeah, I think it's a good chance because I mean, I don't really see nobody in college football that's better than him right now. You know what I'm saying? That up and coming quarterbacks, maybe the guy from Oklahoma, Williams,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe him, but that's all I really see. I don't see nobody that could overcome him. And Alabama's still gonna be stacked. They still gonna have receivers. They still gonna have he gonna have talent. So he gonna put up numbers.
Okay. Okay, what you think, kid? What's the chances?
I think he got a good chance. I'm not gonna jump on it and say he is gonna win it because
Pause.
I'm not gonna disrespect CJ Stroud.
I figured you would bring him up.
Because I think if it wasn't for CJ Stroud, and I said it on the show, if it wasn't safe for CJ Stroud losing to Michigan, it would have been CJ Stroud. Like I don't think there would have been no argument about that. CJ Stroud, I think his numbers are clearly better than Bryce Young, but it was just that huge game against Georgia. Georgia ranked the number one team, SEC championship game, 4 or 5 touchdowns, over 400 yards passing. That's a Heisman moment, man. Nobody could argue with that. And CJ Stroud lost. And I think it's gonna be 1-2 with those guys, man, with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. I think those two it's gonna be a two-man race. In the Heisman between those two. But I'm not gonna go out there and say Bryce Young is gonna win it next year. I'm not gonna do that.
All right. I actually agree with what you just said as far as the two-man race for next year. Obviously, there's going to be people that come in the race and the people that's going to be that, fall out of the race that we're all expecting to be great. Like Spencer Rattler, everybody picked him. I mean, I don't say everybody, but a lot of people picked him going into the season. Yeah, he just fell. Completely
Right.
fell off the radar. He's going to South Carolina. I wish him the best. South Carolina, I know y'all probably excited about getting Spencer Rattler. But I do think it's a two-man race for next year. But I'm going to go on record. I just said Cooper Kupp has a chance at MVP because if he gets to 2,000 yards, people like stuff like that. People like to, say, oh man, this is incredible. This is a one-time thing. We go back to Russell Westbrook. I know I'm switching up sports, but when he got the triple doubles, They gave him the MVP, even though the team wasn't great. He was great, and they gave him the MVP. And I think when you look at Bryce Young, the opportunity to give somebody two Heismans within this time frame. Now, Archie Griffin, that was a long time ago. This day and age, what he brings to the table. We're talking about Alabama. I'm gonna go on record right now. I think it's a two-man race, but I'm gonna say Bryce Young right now at the gate is my favorite for next year. I mean, I think he is the favorite for everybody, but I'm not even gonna say he's the favorite. He's gonna win it next year, and I don't want to say that because I'm an LSU fan, but I got Bryce Young. Okay, with all that being said, we're not talking about next year. Where does Bryce Young rank among Alabama Heisman Trophy winners in y'all mind? Who is he the best? Is there somebody else that was better in your mind? Where does he rank?
Um, I mean, you gotta wait and see. I don't think he the best yet. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't the best yet. Like when Mark Ingram, he was a beast when he wanted there. You know what I'm saying? He was a beast. I can't give it to him yet. He's still a little wet behind the ears. So, but I mean, he could be. I mean, if he if he winning next year, definitely he could be the best. But yeah, not right now.
Okay, what you think, Kia?
Um, I think so. We had Derek Henry, Mark
Mm-hmm.
Ingram, Bryce Young, and Devontae Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I would have I would have Bryce Young at 4. I would have Mark Ingram, no, Derek Henry at 3. Um, Mark Ingram at 3. No, Derek Henry at 3. Mark Ingram at 2, and I would have Devontae Smith at 1. Because to be able to see a wide receiver win it, man, that's just impossible. Because if you look at it, when was the last time we seen a wide receiver win the Heisman Trophy award? And the dude was just, you look at the dude's size, man, like you have, and they didn't have no answer for him. Like the national championship game, he was just, he, nobody could stop the man. They put every different type of player against him, and he did this throughout this whole season. With Bryce Young, I just didn't feel like he was like very, um, I didn't think he was consistent throughout the entire season. I don't think he's the best quarterback. I would take a couple Alabama quarterbacks over Bryce Young.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I ain't mad at the list. Obviously, we're talking about we're literally, you know, breaking them down, but like they're all great players. We're not sitting here just saying one's not great. All four of them are great. I'm going a different direction. I'm going Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry to me is just different. Um, I mean, you have Mac Jones throwing the ball to Devontae Smith. And that's no disrespect because I like the argument you made. He's a wide receiver, for God's sake. I just made the argument for Cooper Cup to be in the MVP conversation. So I get what you're saying. But to me, Derrick Henry was just different. When you look at him, it's like they have a picture out there on the internet. I know you guys have seen it. Derrick Henry standing next to Mark Ingram. I mean, he makes Mark Ingram look like a baby. So I'm going with Derrick Henry. Everything he did at Alabama, and not only that, but his physical presence when you see him, it's just different. So I'm going Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith. Then I'm with y'all. I'm got Mark Ingram over Bryce Young, but I will say this: what you said. If Bryce Young wins it again next year, he's forever etched as the greatest, Alabama player in a sense, whether you like it or not. If he
Right.
wins two Heisman, you can't sit there and say that he's not the best player from Alabama. Now he's going to be a top pick. I'm not saying he'll be the best NFL player. I'm just saying at Alabama. All right. With that being said, we have one more topic before we get out of here. I know Kio's excited about this one. Man, we saw a monumental upset. Man, you know what? I ain't even gonna let Keo go ahead and say what happened this past week. tell the world what was the odds on this fight because to be honest with you, I saw the fight, but I thought there was no chance she was gonna lose. But go ahead and tell everybody what the odds was and everything in this fight.
Okay, so UFC 269 took place this past weekend. Obviously that the headline was Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. You know, people we would be talking about that fight, but obviously the main headline was Amanda the Lioness Nunes finally goes down, man. She gets submitted by Juliana Pena in the second round, and it was considered one of the biggest upsets, not just in MMA history, but in sports history, man. So everybody was surprised for it, and the betting odds it was a minus a mi- it was a minus 4,000. So if somebody put just on that fight, any betters out there, if you put $20 on that fight, you would win 2,000 on it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
man, we
crazy.
didn't see this coming. Some people said it was Ronda Rousey all over again. But the question that X was gonna tell you right now was, is this the biggest upset in sports history?
What you think, Q?
Is it? Is that? Nah, 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 nah. The biggest upset. I'm gonna go to boxing, man. It gotta be Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas, man. That's a now that's an upset. You know what I'm saying? I did not like. I was a kid watching that, and like, wow, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Tyson was my idol, and to see him to get beat by this, like this guy I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was crazy. So that's the biggest upset I seen. I didn't see the fight this weekend, but like it obviously had to be a big deal. Like what I'm saying. So this girl was undefeated or something that lost, or what happened?
Yeah. Well, she has ran through two weight classes. She holds two belts. She ran through every single female in both of those weight classes, and nobody has touched her. Like,
Okay,
she finished majority of her fights like within two or three or one round, and she was just untouchable, man. And a lot of people consider her the goat, man. Like, she got taken down.
okay,
Yeah, she's a beast, bro. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what Kio's going with it. She's definitely a beast. As far as your question, Kio, I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's not fair because when you're an adult, you look at things and you say to yourself, even though nobody's giving you a chance, there's always a chance. But as a kid, excuse me, going back to what Q was saying, there was no way on earth. I wrote down Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson. It says it on my cue card. Listen to me. There was no way on earth Buster Douglas was ever supposed to. You know how much money was lost in that fight? I mean, if you asking me, what do I think is honestly the biggest upset in sports? I'd have to say Buster Douglas over Mike Tyson. I mean, I remember it shook the world, and there was no Twitter. There was no social media at that time, and it shook up the world. Everybody, and I was a kid, and I remember everybody named Mama talking about that. Nunez, I mean, I know it's women, and I always say shout out to the women. I'm a big advocate and supporter of women's sports, but it's different. People don't realize how good Amanda Nunes is. I understand, and I'm not even the biggest UFC fan, but she's a monster. So I get what you're saying as far as her losing. This was a monumental upset, but just when you think about Mike Tyson, man, Mike Tyson, kids today never really saw Mike Tyson fight, and yet they know who Mike Tyson is.
right.
He's an iconic figure, and when he lost that night to Buster Douglas, man, it's gonna be forever known to me. I don't think there's nothing in sports history that I will ever sit here and say that was a bigger upset than Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson that night. Just to this day, that's just the biggest upset for me. One I'll throw out there, but it's not even close still, was when New England went undefeated and they lost to the
To the
Giants.
Giants,
I'm
yeah.
still dumbfounded over that.
Right.
I'm dumbfounded over the Rams, the greatest show on turf, losing to the Patriots. That was another upset. But Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson. Oh my
Crazy.
God. Yeah, I'm with you, Q. Buster Douglas, biggest upset in sports history. Q,
Um,
what you think? Do you agree or you disagree with what we're saying?
no, I disagree, man.
Okay.
I
Tell us,
don't think
talk to us.
I don't think Amanda Nunes was, the biggest upset in sports history. I don't I think I was more shocked with the Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm one, just because of Ronda Rousey's name, and because Ronda Rousey, if you look at her as a champion, even though she didn't run through two divisions, Ronda Rousey went during that time where, if you look at Amanda Nunes, it was a bigger name, way more of a bigger name than Amanda Nunes ever was. And I think if Ronda Rousey came back to MMA or somewhere, I think it'll shake up the world once again. That's just how I feel. Um, and I just and I just don't think it was the biggest upset. I think it's one of the biggest upsets, but it was not. I think the biggest upset in sports history, like you mentioned, the Patriots, man, a team going undefeated, going into the Super Bowl, started the game as 12-point favorites, and they end up losing that game. I think that's the biggest upset. For me, I can't say Mike Tyson and Douglas because I wasn't able to witness it. I think it's different, man, when you're actually witnessing what's actually happening compared to, hearing about it like later down the road. I think that was um a huge upset for me. Another upset, that two ones that I want to mention, in basketball. Um, I've been watching basketball for a while. I'm gonna go with the Denver Nuggets knocking off the Seattle SuperSonics.
That was a big one. I remember
The
that.
Kembe Mutombo crying on the basketball court,
Uh-huh.
knocking out Sean Kemp. And me, last one, man. Everybody know I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar snapping the undefeated streak of the Undertaker. For me, as a wrestling fan, and all wrestling fans out there, I just don't think that it would ever happen of the Undertaker getting his streak snapped so soon like that. So those are ones that I always look at also. But I'm going with the Patriots and Giants, man. Undefeated season, huge favorites, getting knocked out.
All right, well, I'm on Bleacher Report right now, and okay, so I'm gonna do a top five biggest upsets in sports history. Appalachian State knocking off Michigan at 5 in 2007. That was monumental. That was a big one. I remember everybody talking about that one as well. Joe Namath guaranteeing that the Jets would beat the Colts. That was number 4.
Yeah.
Number 3 is very agree with me and Q at 3. They have Mike Tyson losing to Buster Douglas. At 2 goes to what Keo's saying. They call it the head scratcher. At the end of the day, the undefeated Patriots losing to the Giants. I mean, that was monumental. Nobody really. I mean, I know Giants fans thought they were going to win that game, but for the most part, everybody thought the Patriots were going to win that game. And number one, I never personally watched this, so I can't sit here and name this, but I hear everybody that I have friends that watch hockey. They're saying the United States upsetting the Soviet Union is the greatest upset in sports history. Like I said, I'm not the biggest hockey guy, so I'm not gonna act like I am. But there you have it, man. With that being said, let's get to our shout outs and wrap up this show. Hold on. I'm dropping the ball right now. The last topic, the Nbs playoffs are among us. We're going to give our predictions real quick. So, coming in as the 1 seed, I'm going to just give y'all the 1 through 8 seeds. Number 1 seed is my boy, Jeremy, aka Shuck, man. First year in the league, number 1 overall record. So shout out to him. He is the 1 seed. The number 2 seed is the gentleman you're looking at right here, holding it down from VA. We got my dog Q as the number 2 seed. The number 3 seed is a NBS legend. We're talking about my dog from Virginia as well, Antonio. Coming in as the
VA shit.
4 seed is my brother-in-law, Boss Dog. What up, Keenan? He finally cracked that playoff code. He's been trying to get in. He's finally in. He is the 4 seed. And the guy that's at 5 was number 1 at not too long ago. And he struggled down the stretch, but he held on to still make the playoffs. And I'm talking about the other guy on the screen, my dog Keo.
Yeah, man, straight out of Cambodia town.
There you
Woo!
go. Coming in at number 6, we got the homie from the California. I mean, he's not from California, but he's in California right now. My dog Wes. Coming in number 7 is my brother from another mother. My dog, Mr. C, the trendsetter. And this is not no punchline. This is just what it is. Last but not least, the guy that crawled out of the ashes to get the AC, the most hated guy in the league, the last guy on this screen, myself, True X Sports Junkie, baby. I got it in the last week. I know you don't like that, Q. I know you don't like that.
I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about myself. I ain't worried about you, man. I'm worried about my team.
Wow.
All right, real quick. First things first, we'll get to the predictions for this week. I know people out there probably like, X, we don't care about that, but we gonna do it anyway because right now, who do y'all think is the favorite to win the championship?
I'm gonna go with the number 1 seed, man. Prime time, man. Prime time. He always scoring. You know what I'm saying? High. He be having points up there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, him.
Okay, Keo, what you thinking?
Um, I'm going with the sports junkie, man.
Wow, you trying to put the pressure on me.
I think he got the most complete team outside of his quarterbacks, tight end Mark Andrews, Devontae Adams, uh, 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 Cooper, um, solid slot receiver, running backs that you could rely on with Gibson and Cook, and then I think you get those numbers from your team. I don't think it should matter, who your quarterback is. So I'm gonna say with the sports junkie, man.
No, you
Yeah,
trying to put
let's
the
go,
pressure
man.
on? Hell no,
Let's
we not
go,
doing that.
baby.
Hey, look,
Woo.
I'm gonna be real. The favorite should be my boy Shuck. He has the best record in the league. His team is ridiculous, led by Tom Brady, Jonathan Taylor, and Justin Jefferson. That's crazy. That is crazy. He got all
Wow.
3 of them. And he traded for 2 of them. He traded for 2 of them. And y'all talking about the trades that I made. This dude didn't draft Justin Jefferson. He didn't. I don't think he drafted Justin Jefferson. No, he didn't. Because Justin did. He didn't draft Justin Jefferson. He didn't draft Jonathan Taylor, but he got both of them. And he got Tom Brady. He's definitely the favorite, but I'm here to knock off the favorite. You know, David knocked off Goliath. I'm with all that. But who do y'all think has who's the dark horse in y'all mind?
Man, I gotta go with that boy, 40 boy Q, man. I've been, hey, 40 boy Q been the dark horse the whole season, man. I was picked to be last. That's the definition of a dark horse.
Okay.
I was picked to be last, and end up being the second seed. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that, man. We still gotta our players gotta perform, man. So yeah, I feel like I'm the dark horse. I hated to have to pick myself, but I know y'all ain't gonna pick me.
Oh, look, there he goes.
Well, I wouldn't have you as a dark horse because you're a number two seed. I would have one of the lower seeds. No disrespect. Respectfully.
I was supposed
Um,
to be a lower seed.
well, you're not. Um, but a dark horse for me, I'm gonna go with the number six seed West. Um, I look at his team. Um, I think that, if he could get his running backs together, give him some solid points, I think he'll be okay, man. I like his receivers with Deontay Johnson and Jamar Chase. That's nice, man. And you got Dallas Go Dirt. We don't talk about him like, the George Kittles and the Kelseys and the Mark Andrews, but um, he's solid, and he got a slot receipt. His flex is Jalen Waddle, man. So that's pretty good, man. So I'm gonna say dark horse for Wes's team.
The dark horse is real simple, y'all. That 4 or 5 matchup. Whoever wins that is the dark horse to win the whole thing. I'm talking about Keel. I'm talking about Keenan. The winner of that matchup. I'm not gonna give you one. Whoever wins that matchup is the one that I think can go all the way and win the whole thing. Um, Keenan's running backs are catching fire right now. Javante Williams and Leonard Fournette, dude. The last couple of weeks, they've been. If you would have told me that was his starting running back at this point at the beginning of the year, I would have laughed. I would have been like, bro, he not making the playoffs. That's trash. Are you kidding me? But dog, they nasty. Chris Godwin's ridiculous. It seems like Brady throws to him every play. And then he got receivers everywhere. Like literally, he can plug in somebody. I know Jarvis Landry's out. I'm looking at his roster right now, but he got Devontae Smith who he can throw in there. He got Cortland Sutton. He got people that he can put in there to replace Jarvis Landry, Devontae Smith. He got Hollywood Brown. But Keel, we sleeping on him. Tyreek Hill can demoralize a team in any given week. At any given time, Tyreek Hill can drop 50, and you're like saying, how the hell am I supposed to beat this team? So I'm going to win the 4 or 5 matchup. I think you have a great chance to win it all. I can't wait to see that. I think that's one of the most intriguing matchups of this week, but I think all the matchups are intriguing. Now, with that being said, we gonna pick it, huh? We gonna do it. We gonna do it out the gate. We go with the 1-8 matchup. I gotta sit back on this. I want to hear what y'all got to say. 1-8. We got Jeremy, my dog Shuck, primetime players versus Truex the Sports Junkie and the Goon Squad.
Yeah, man. I gotta go with prime time, man. Prime time, he consistent, man. He consistent. He been consistent all year, so you know what I'm saying. I don't see nobody beating him. You know what I'm
Okay.
Man, I'm going with the sports junkie, man, to win this matchup, man. I look at the matchups, you got Jonathan Taylor going against New England. Um, uh, you got um, Tom Brady against the Saints. The Saints always match up against them really well. I think David Montgomery is going to be tough going against the Minnesota Vikings. And then when I look at the other side, man, you got Amari Cooper against the Giants and Adams against the Baltimore Ravens. So and and Dalvin Cook is going against the Bears, not the same Bears defense that you are used to seeing. So um, I like this matchup, and I think the Sports Junkie will pull off the upset. If you go based off of history, we have seen an 8 seed a couple of years ago win the entire thing, man. So I think that's possible. You know, you could do what you do in the regular season. I seen I see number one seeds get knocked off, so I'm not completely sold on it. But I'm rolling with the eight seed, the sports junkie man, to pull it off.
Hey, you
The
know, like I appreciate that, but it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like I don't care if the world picks against us because I'm picking us. At the end of the day, what people don't realize is there's a guy that had a better record than Chuck that I beat in the playoffs before. I'm talking about my boy Chris Bolin. He went undefeated, and I told him I was gonna beat him, kind of like Mike McCarthy. I said, "No, I don't care nothing about what you're talking about. I'm going to beat you." And I'm telling Chuck right now, I am going to beat you this week. And here's why. I'm gonna just go out and say it. People don't realize they always say X, you have an average team till you got Devontae. I got Devontae Adams 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm the second highest scoring team in the league. So we're not gonna act like I wasn't scoring before. I was just losing because Q had scored the most when he played me. Q had scored the most when he played me. I'm the second highest scoring team in the entire league. So if we're going by points, I would be the 2 seed. It just so happens that we don't go by points, we go by direct matchups. Shut, buckle up. It's gonna be a long day, a long week for you, buddy. I'm going with me versus Shuck. The upset happens this week. All right, the 2 seed. Y'all put me on the chopping block. I'm putting my brother on the chopping block right now. Both my brothers. We got my dog from VAQ versus my dog from Lafayette, or should I say Monroe? My dog from Monroe, Mr. C. 2 versus 7. What we doing, Q? I'm gonna let you pick last.
Yeah,
That's your
yeah, I'll
matchup.
pick line.
All right, I'm gonna go first, Keo. I got Q. Q's team is underrated. Like Q could go and win the whole thing. I told you. I think it's gonna be. I'm going with me first. I think it's either you or Keenan second because I think that 4 matchup is crazy. I think Q can win the whole thing. If it's not us, I think Q's gonna win it. So I'm going with Q. I'm not rooting for Q because his team is rough and they tough. He's winning without Dak playing great. Dak's been playing like trash. If we keep it a buck, he scored 11 fantasy points and Q still won. So I got Q in this matchup. Shout out to my dog C. You know it's all love, brother. I'm just being real with you. So I'm going with Q. And Josh Allen is nicked up. If Josh Allen don't play, C is definitely out of there. Q, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with Q's team also, man. I think he'll win, but I think it will be a low scoring game. I think Dak, you know, being in the East Coast, I think he'll struggle over there. Joe Mixon going against a Denver defense, a very gritty defense. You know, James Conner against Detroit. You know you're gonna get your numbers there, and then obviously Kittle against Atlanta. That's definitely gonna be huge. And from what I see, it says Elijah Mitchell may play, so maybe a good sign for Q's team. So if
He like
that's
that.
if that's the case, I'm rolling with Q's team. You know, I gotta hold the fort down for the MBS team. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, guys, man. Y'all,
Oh, you're
y'all
welcome.
guys wising up since the beginning of the season, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I got me winning, man. I got me winning. I just I just hope Dak, you know what I'm saying? Like he need to come through for me. He haven't came through in like 3 or 4 weeks, but I still managed to win. So I feel like if he has a good game, it's crazy. If he, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just got me winning.
Okay, okay. Well, then we have the 3 seed versus the 6 seed. My brother from Virginia, Antonio, versus my brother from Louisiana, but now in Cali. Look, this is gonna cut one of the belts going to one of those places right out the gate. Who we got? Antonio versus Wes.
Um, I gotta go with Antonio, man. Antonio, you know he VA shit, man. You know, simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I think his team better. His team better. You know what I'm saying? He got that man. He got Cooper Cup, man. He got Cooper Cup. That's at least 30 points right there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got Antonio winning, man.
Okay, Q, who you got?
Um, I'm going with Wes's team to win this matchup. Um, I look at Antonio's team, and the matchups are really tough, man. Um, Outside of Kirk Cousins, you got Chuba Hubbard going against Buffalo in Buffalo after coming off of a loss. Obviously, you got Patterson going to. I'm not going to say Frisco. I guess the Bay Area. Um, Against the Niners, man. You know, the Niners, they're going to stop that run and they're going to make more Matt Ryan pass the ball. I think his only luck is Cooper Cup. And I'm not sold. And you got Pitts again going against the Niners defense. So I think his team will have a hard time struggling. But I see some opportunities, man, with Derek Carr going against Cleveland, Saquon going against the Dallas Cowboys. With their wide receivers, with his wide receivers, I think I'll take his wide receivers over Antonio's with Deontay Johnson, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Waddle. Man, I'm going with Wes's team to win this matchup.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Derek Carr for West, but I got West too. I think that um Antonio's team has some tough matchups this week. Cardell Patterson and Pitts, man, playing against the Niners. I think that's going to be real tough on him. Cooper Cup, yeah, he could have a good game. There's no doubt about that. But even Kirk Cousins, I expect them to run the football against the Bears in Chicago. That could be a cold game. And Dalvin Cook is looking really good right now. And I'm hoping Dalvin Cook gets the ball. But I'm going with West in this one, man. I think West's team is underrated. The only thing, like I said, Derek Carr, man, you don't know what you're getting from that dude. One week that dude's great, the next week that dude is awful. So I'm gonna go with West, but it'll be interesting. Jalen Waddle's gonna be big time versus the Jets this week. I think he could be player of the week. That's how big it could be. And last but not least, the matchup I think is crazy. Um, my dog said that this one's gonna be a crazy one, man. We got Keo versus Keenan. There's a lot of cards on this docket, but this gonna be your favorite one. And Keo ain't came to play with him. What up, Keo? We gonna let you go last. Q, who you got? Keenan versus Keo.
Yeah, I gotta go with Keo, man. I just think Keo got the better quarterback because Lamar Jackson has been struggling. Um, he got Tyreek Hill, who like you said could get like 40, 50 points. He got Hopkins, who hasn't been the Hopkins of old, but he, he could still have one of those games as well. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? He could still catch a touchdown here and there. So like, and I just got Keo, man. Keo, I feel like he's due for a win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
I'm with Q here. I think that Keenan's off to a slow start off the gate. Lamar Jackson's nicked up. Jarvis Landry's out for this week, possibly. If Lamar Jackson's out, that hurts Marquise Brown, in my opinion. So when I look at what Keenan has, yeah, he has those two running backs that's been playing well. Chris Godwin, we just talked about, you said it, Keel. I actually agree with that. The Saints do play the Bucks well. Um, I think DeAndre Hopkins has a breakout game this week versus Detroit. I can definitely see that. So I'm going with Keo, man. You know you got that MVP candidate Matthew Stafford at quarterback. I mean, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So I got and look, I know you give me a hard time, Q, for saying that you would finish last. But if you remember who I said if I don't win, who's gonna win the championship is Keo out the gate. And Keo's here. He's here. He wins this game. He's in the Final Four. So, Keo, don't make me look like a fool, Keo. Go get this dog.
Well, I am. I'm kind. I don't. I'm kind of nervous with this matchup. I'm not. I'm not confident. I'll be honest with you. If I was confident, I would be talking my shit right now. Um, But I'm not that confident, but I still do like my chances though. We played earlier in the regular season. He beat me by 20, but I think if it wasn't for Leonard Fournette having that 44-point game, I probably would have had a better chance. But I do like my chances. I don't know what's the status with Lamar, but they are going against the Packers. You got Javante going against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the deal breaker for me is is with the is when Fournette and Godwin goes against the Saints. I'm not sure what's gonna happen that game, but I think that's gonna be the wild card for me for his team. But I think for my team, man, I've been preaching it. I've been saying it, man. It's my wide receivers. If they don't give me the game that I expect them to give me, I don't like my chances. But if they give me the game that I'm looking for, I'm gonna like my chances to advance. I'm thinking that they will step up in this game. Um, because I like the matchup with Hill against the Chargers and obviously Hopkins against Detroit, man. Hopefully Kyler looks for him and throws the ball to him, and obviously, you got Stafford against Seattle. So, I like my chances. I like my matchup. Um, and I'm going for that W, man. I'm advancing, man. Semis. Let's go, man.
Okay, so it's ironic. For the most part, everybody, we all in the playoffs. We're gonna see what happens. The belt should possibly has a great chance of coming to an MBS member. Okay, last question. We're gonna leave it as this: who is gonna play for the championship in the MBS league? Tell us your championship right now. You're on record. This is your record.
Um, I think it's gonna be me and X, man, in the championship, man.
Oh,
Rematch.
I like the way you think. I like the way you think.
With me, the victor though.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
The championship match. It's gonna be two NBS members. It's gonna be me against Q, man. I'm kicking your
Oh!
Ah.
ass. Your ass is grass.
Hey. All I'm gonna say is this. I wrote it down. This is the NBA championship. Hey, Bucket, X versus Q. The belt either going to VA or it's coming back to Lafayette. Hey, that's what I'm calling it, man. Look, shout out to everybody, man. First and foremost, shout out to everybody that took part in our league, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I told everybody, man, it's a dogfight in the MBS league.
Right.
At the end of the day, there are people that cry about trades, but we veto trades. The league can vote on everything. If something doesn't get vetoed, that's your fault. You should have voted. At the end of the day, we all voted on everything. I had a trade vetoed. I think I've traded with both of y'all during the season. So at the end of the day, man, I do want to say thank y'all though to everybody that didn't make the playoffs. Shout out to everybody that did make the playoffs, and good luck to everybody that's in the playoffs. And we'll see who's the best team this year. With that being said, let's get to our shout outs, guys.
Man, shout out to the team, man. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, the ex champion. Um,
Ooh.
shout out to Keo. Shout out X, man. Shout out to everybody in the league, man. But I'm coming for that belt. I need that, man. I said
Oh,
that at the beginning of the season. I need that.
okay.
Um,
Kia, what we got?
shout out to shout out to X. Shout out to Q. Shout out to the whole MBS team. Um, make sure the year's almost over, man. It's been a crazy year. Make sure you check out Battle Political and the NBS Let's Talk About It show tomorrow. Shout out to Justin who wasn't able to make it today. But make sure you subscribe and go follow us on all social media platforms, man. I know that everybody's excited about the NFL season. We get closer to playoffs, fantasy football, but to volume 9 to all you battle rap fans, man, I'm ready, man. But we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go. I'm tripping right now. What's the word I'm looking for?
Uncensored.
Uncensored. Because I gotta give my predictions for this stuff, man. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow due to me coaching basketball. First and foremost, shout out to y'all that's gonna hold it down. Q, Du, Keo. Shout out to my basketball team, man. We coming to win that tournament. Shout out to everybody, Scott, man. We coming to win that thing. I just want y'all to know out the gate. But shout out to y'all too, man. For real, man. Appreciate Q for coming on. He took a shot at Justin. Justin, you heard that? You heard that?
Man, shout out Justin, man. He the champion. He the champion until
Wow.
somebody win that thing, man.
You just said the ex-champion. What you talking about?
The ex-champion. The ex-champion. Justin's the ex-champion. He's out of here. He's out of here, Justin. Send that belt, man. Stop playing games, bro. You ducking the smoke because you ain't in the playoffs like I predicted. Justin, I know I'm about to go off a little bit, but Justin, you drafted Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, and Travis Kelce. And you traded every last one of them. Come on, man. That got to be oh my God. Just think about that. Travis Kelce, the number 1 tight end. Jonathan Taylor, the number 1 running back. Justin Jefferson, the number 2 receiver. You traded all 3 of them. You got some explaining to do, my man. But we'll talk about that later, man. With that being said, man, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Like Keo said, subscribe to the channel, man. This has been the Nothing But Sports Show. I'm Trex, the Sports Junkie. That's Keo, that's Q. And we are out. Peace.